After leaving Khutse Game Reserve, I headed south into South Africa. It had been 2.5 months since I was last here, and my vehicle and filming gear needed some repairs. Once that was done, it was time to hit the road again, this time toward the fourth country of my Solo Africa Overland journey, Namibia. Namibia has always been close to my heart. For me, it's not just one of Africa's best travel destinations, it's one of the best in the world. I could have crossed that great fontaine, but instead I chose a more adventurous route through the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park, a hidden gem often overlooked by travelers. My plan was to enter a tree ravine, drive through the park, and exit South Africa via Mata Mata. I've already shared videos from Kalahari, so this time I'll keep it brief, but I still want to show you a few highlights from this incredible park. Not long after entering the park, I came across a cheetah moving slowly toward the Awo Road. It was immediately clear that something was wrong. She was thin, terribly thin, and looked sick, injured, or perhaps both.
She is coming back for those wildebeest. But obviously she's not going to hunt now, because all of them spotted her like 200 meters away. But she missed before, and she will not give up, because she looks very thin. There she's waiting, and the wildebeest are right there.
Desperation drove her to attempt a hunt on a wildebeest calf, something highly unusual and only attempted by a cheetah on the edge of survival. She failed, and to make matters worse, in the struggle she caught a splinter that pierced her cheek. It was difficult to watch. Nature's beauty so often comes hand in hand with its harshest realities. The drive itself is an adventure. Vast red dunes, endless skies, and the kind of silence that makes the wilderness feel eternal. Traveling through this wilderness also comes with a special requirement. To cross into Namibia through Mata Mata, you must spend at least 2 nights inside the park. This rule ensures that visitors will immerse themselves in the Kalahari instead of rushing through. For me, those nights were a gift. They gave me the chance to sit quietly as the desert came alive at dawn, to watch predators move across the dunes, and to fall asleep under a sky so full of stars it seemed endless. The encounters, even the heartbreaking ones, had been just as rewarding as the destination. The next day I saw the cheetah again, this time near a waterhole. She was resting, too weak to hunt, and it seemed as she was simply waiting to die in peace. A few days later I learned that she passed away, a quiet end for the Kalahari legend.
It looks like the lions have been busy last night, because there are 2 kills here. This one is almost intact, only there's a jackal. And there's another kill, like 20 meters from that, right there. But it smells like it's been here for a few days already. And this one here is just a carcass. This is an eland, and the other one was a hemspock. Apparently the lion killed an eland and dragged it under the tree, and the lion is there. But I don't know if it's the same lion, but it's been busy because this other kill right here is very fresh too. I see 2 kills, just 1 lion. Something doesn't add up.
Later, I learned that the drought in Kalahari had been so severe that even the mighty islands were collapsing near the waterholes, unable to survive the harsh conditions. I arrived at Matamata, drove through the camp, and finally reached reception, the border post that would take me into Namibia.
Remember, if you want to refuel before crossing, you have a fueling station here. And on the right, the border post. Before you leave South Africa, you have to do the border procedures for this country. This is not done here. This is done at Tweed-Rivieren, which is the access point to Kgalagadi National Park. I did it there. It's pretty easy. They just check your permit for the park, that you booked 2 nights. They want to see your passport, and if you come in, of course, with your vehicle, they want to see your vehicle documents, and that's it. They will stamp your passport, they will stamp your permit, and then you can come straight to Matamata. So when you get here, you just go to the reception, then you show them the permit, and you are good to go. Thank you. And this is Namibia. All right, border procedure completed. It takes a while because I think they don't see many people crossing through here, and then they take it step by step and doing it properly. First, they look very serious. Then when you talk to them for a while, they'll open up and they're nice people. And what they want to know is the first location where you're going to be, what is your itinerary in the country. Then they come and they check your vehicle, they check the fridge, they checked some of my drawers, and I think they were looking for probably some kind of food that you can take with you, and maybe firearms. Then you go and pay 371 Namibian dollars, that's for the road tax. And then they stamp your passport and you're good to go. All in all, about 30 minutes. I asked where I could buy a SIM card. They said that it's the first big town is Marienthal, and it's some 4 hours away. So if you come through here, you have to know that until you get there, no internet and probably nothing big on the way if you have to stock up or you're missing something and you need to buy right away. Probably it's a better idea if you buy in Matamata. They have a nice shop. I went back and asked what is the food that you cannot bring with you. They said all kind of meat, dairy products, eggs, vegetables, fruit, so almost everything. The road is very good. It is a wide gravel road and it goes parallel to the Awo River, which is, if you remember, one of the 2 rivers that go through the Kalahari National Park. So on the right side, that's the Awo River bed, and as you can see, the road is pretty good. And you may ask yourself, why going to Namibia now if I was coming from Zimbabwe and Botswana? And the reason is that now it's summer here, and summer in Southern Africa is the rainy season. My other options were going to the eastern part of South Africa and from there to Mozambique. If you go to a place like Mozambique that has a lot of beaches and you go during the rainy season, of course it's not the best time to go. And the alternative was coming to Namibia, where there's a lot of desert, and even during the rainy season probably doesn't rain much here. But coming here in the summer means high temperatures, and when I mean high, it's really high. 2 days ago when I was still in Kalahari, the temperature at 4 o'clock in the afternoon was 45 degrees Celsius, more than 110 Fahrenheit, probably like 113 Fahrenheit. Really, really hot. I hope I chose well, because this outside in the middle of the day is really hot. You can see there's a lot more trees than in Kalahari, and sand dunes still there, beautiful. On both sides there are fences next to the road, and this particular one right now on the right side must be like a game ranch, because it had a sign of safaris, so probably the animals roam from the park into this game ranch or safari ranch.
I drove all the way to Gochas, a small town with little more than a few shops and a filling station. There wasn't much to keep me there, so I carried on leaving it behind. Namibia is home to the largest population of wild cheetahs in the world, but their survival depends on a delicate balance between people, livestock, and the natural environment. Here, conservation takes a center stage. The farm supports programs focused on protecting cheetahs that cannot be released back into the wild, giving them a safe home while also helping visitors understand the challenges these animals face. Many of these cheetahs were rescued after conflicts with farmers or after losing their habitat. Through care, education, and awareness, they now serve as ambassadors for their species, helping people connect with the reality of conservation in Namibia. I was able to observe these incredible cats up close, learning about their behavior, their speed and agility, and the daily work it takes to take care of them. But beyond the enclosures lies the bigger picture, the need to protect wild populations by reducing human-wildlife conflict, preserving open landscapes, and promoting coexistence. Each visit, each story shared, helps keep the cheetah's future alive. And standing here surrounded by the vast Kalahari and these magnificent animals, it's easy to see why their protection is worth every effort. That night I camped in a quiet, secluded spot on the red sands of the Kalahari. Just me, the desert, and the endless silence under a sky full of stars.